Hello and welcome everyone back to the Waco Annual Charity Open. We have round 2 front 9 coverage from here in Waco, Texas. This coverage is presented by Prodigy Disc, and we have BigBarri commentary bringing you the action. Jeremy Koling joined by Paul Ulibarri.
Let's get right into the Grip 6 low profile with Gavin Rathbun.
What a heat starting round 11 under in that windy condition that we had in the first round. Nikko Locastro looking sharp at 9 under par, 0 OBs, 100% circle 2 putting. Incredible. And we've got the Texas Wonder Kid, Bradley Williams. I don't know what that was. And we have got the young gun, Gannon Buhr, 15 years old. So excited to see this kid play. So much hype behind this young man from, where is Gannon from actually?
Iowa. I believe he's from Iowa.
Man, he is going to be on his first ever league card here on a national stage, the Disc Golf Pro Tour, playing with 3 very respected players on the Disc Golf Pro Tour. Getting into hole 1, par 3, 291 feet. And if you thought round 1 was windy, well, you've got another round of it.
Yeah, you're gonna have to put that one on repeat.
And I'd say put on repeat plus maybe another 2 or 3 miles an hour because it seems even gustier. Gavin, this needs to get down. Oh my word, that was at the brink of going out of bounds and did the little pro backspin. I'm gonna go ahead and say it, this is the most color coordinated I've ever seen Nikko Locastro. He always looks good on the course, but it's always so many different patterns and colors. This time he's bringing the matching game and it's looking good.
Yeah, I mean, he has 7 different colors today as well.
But it's all the same 7 colors.
No, he looks good, and let's see how this shot looks. It looks like a nice angle.
My goodness, that is a very overstable disc.
He is no stranger to the overstable game.
Certainly. And what a treat it is to see maybe Texas's best disc golfer ever.
In the MPO division, I think I could probably give him a nod. I mean, there's some great players from Texas, of course.
There have been some great players, but Bradley Williams, one season setting the record for most PDGA Open wins, and he has just been always so good in the state of Texas. And this time he's a little bit off on his tee shot.
And rounding out our 12:50 tee time.
Yeah, big time misfire there from Bradley, but he gets the good love, the Texas love, and it kind of sneaks right through. I mean, you could be repeating right away with a new tee shot right there if you hit that and fall straight down.
Gannon Buhr, 15 years old, won the 15 under Junior Worlds by 27 strokes when he was 13 years old.
Nice.
Cannot wait to see this guy play. The little spin forward, that's a great tee shot. He's got that disc golf kind of tall and skinny build. When this kid grows into his body, it's going to be, we're in trouble.
Yeah, he's a slangster for sure. And good smooth upshot. That's what we're going to see from Bradley a lot today. I mean, the nose control and putter game is probably second to him, only a couple. Wait,
yeah.
What? Second to a couple?
You just roll with it.
Yeah, I guess you could be tied.
Oh, yeah.
Nikko with a spin putt into the headwind from 28 feet, cashes that one in for birdie. And if you think Kale Viska was a smooth player in the first round, like you just said, we're going to see a lot of that smooth form from Bradley Williams. Touted as having one of the best forms in disc golf, just super fundamental, great educator of the game as well. Does a lot of lessons in the Texas area. Gavin Rathbun with a great birdie putt.
Nice.
Just on appearance alone, I'm kind of getting like a 15-year-old Will Schustrick vibe from Gannon the first time I'm seeing him.
Totally, except for I think I remember Will as a kid, and he was not as tall right away. Like he kind of grew.
He filled out.
Yeah, a bit later on, and Gannon is already at least 6'1", 6'2", maybe.
Well, yeah, I haven't seen him in person. I'm just seeing him literally for the first time right now, like everyone else. On to hole 2, par 4, 631 feet. Again, we are going into that south-southeast wind of 20 to 24 mile an hour gusts. And it is so difficult to get a long tee shot, which you really need to smooth your approach up in the green for a birdie look.
That should be
Very overstable disc. Gavin has a ton of power.
pretty good.
We don't get to see that too much in the front 9. Really, the only time you can really let a disc rip on the front 9 is the drive on hole 2.
Ooh, stable disc. Should be
Oh boy, that's a tough spot.
That would most likely be a standstill for Nikko.
I don't know. I saw him jump off that tree at the USDGC. Maybe we could see a little some theatrics here.
Yeah, Nikko definitely brings the energy.
Ooh,
That is smooth. Misses the inside tree, keeps it low. Big skip. Is going to be on the right side of the tree. Won't have to do any sort of fancy run up. Brad's so smooth. That is looking so good. Standing up and
What
going
shot is that?
so far down the fairway. That was beautiful. We're gonna hear a lot of Brad Williams. Not only is he a good player, but he's an appreciator of the game, and he's certainly going to give his feedback when someone throws a good shot. He's going to give them words of encouragement. And
that's not a bad play.
there he is again.
Nikko with a nice little soccer vibe. I mean, you and I
Yeah.
are some FIFA players ourselves.
Yeah.
He seems like somebody we might be playing with here.
In another lifetime, Nikko definitely could have been a European Premier League player. He definitely has the right build
Good
for
shot.
a good midfielder. That's going to come up a bit short. That's going to be about 33 feet into the headwind. You'd like to be long on this approach if you can. Gavin Rathbun up next. 2016 United States Amateur Disc Golf Champion. He beat some
Nice.
great competition that year.
Good shot.
That'll leave Gavin with a 25-foot left to right crosswind.
Yeah, that's really the good side of the basket right there.
Yeah,
You- you want a left to right cross when you're a spin putter,
That is
especially. That is a misfire from Bradley Williams there. That's going to keep him outside of circle 2 even. Or maybe just inside. Like he might have just went right over that little feather.
Bradley's keeping the mask on while throwing. You don't see many players do
Oh,
that.
that was risky.
And he says, oh, that's some risky business right there. But that was a beautiful shot. Just hovered right above the basket and just plops right down. Easy par for Bradley Williams. Gannon.
That's just kind of a prayer bid into that wind. I mean, you make that putt 1 out of 100 times. I feel like that is so difficult to control from outside 33 feet. Nikko has been working quite a bit on this spin putt.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, and I mean, just it feels like it's almost a prayer from that range.
Yeah, tough to keep the angle at the nose at an angle that can kind of slice through the wind. And then even if you make it, sometimes the wind will just blow it out because,
It doesn't have enough steam.
yeah.
Gavin
Good putt.
keeping the plane level. And like you said, that's such a good win for a right-handed spin putter, able to kind of match the direction of the wind with the hyzer and kind of, you can aim straight at the pole, and even if the disc starts the hyzer, that wind just keeps it straight. Very good putt from 25 feet.
Little left side, that was nice. Looked like maybe the wind died down a little bit. Good catch. Probably one of the only 5, 6 times this kid's ever seen the wind before.
You saying that they just don't have wind in Iowa?
No, I'm saying that he's young guy.
Oh, I see. He hasn't been alive long enough to see the wind. And that's going to be an unfortunate drop shot.
Yeah, that's a bummer. That's that left side Bradley's caught. His did not.
Not the worst putting stroke there, just, you know, a
Could
little
be
bit
nerves
left side.
as well. Could be a little
Certainly.
nerves.
How could there not be nerves? I mean, you know, we are now playing in the era of the growth of disc golf. And when you grow up playing disc golf, you certainly watch it as well. And he is now playing on Jomez, and that's a big deal for a lot of people. And this is his first time on the big stage on the league card. It's a lot to compete with, and I think he's doing a good job with that. Great park job on hole one.
Yeah, it'd be like you and I playing in the NBA against those guys. You know, we watch it, and then all of a sudden
I tried it, and honestly, it wasn't as much as it was cracked up to be. I mean,
yeah, all the scouts when they were coming at my door, I was just like, listen, I'm a disc golfer, buddy.
hole 3 is 320 feet. Several different options. The trees really set up about 3 or 4 different routes that you can play. This is one that you could play if you want to get a par.
Well, I was going to go back and just say that those were Girl Scouts selling me the cookies, and I really like the minty ones.
When did you talk about the Girl Scouts?
Those were the Scouts coming to my doorstep.
Oh my gosh, dude. Bring it back in. Let's go. Nikko Locastro. No surprise here, going with the flex play, and this is a dandy.
Wow. Overstable master.
Yeah, really the wind doesn't affect Nikko the same way it affects other people because he's already used to that angle.
We got a Bradley special? What are you going to do? I don't know.
Well.
Oh, this is going to go straight and hook up. She followed you.
Oh, Brad is a hoot.
Which one?
Oh man. You know, he knows so much about disc golf that, you know, so many different ideas are going through his head as he lines up a shot like this.
This is...
That's
scary.
yeah, that's a par. It's just a par. I mean, it'd be nice to run that putt, but
Pretty close.
Bradley's giving him a pet talk. Nice try, buddy.
I'm telling you, that's what he's good for that. I love that about him. Wasting no time. Gavin lays that one up.
40. So.
I think Bradley will give this a bid. Oh, nope, never mind.
Perfect.
All right, the wind is down. Maybe there's a window of opportunity to give this a run from 50.
I mean, when you're that young, you have no fear, though.
Yeah, correct. Not a bad effort, really.
No,
Kept that one on line just a, you know, if that's maybe 6 or 7 inches higher, maybe the headwind kind of lifts it up and hit a little bit of metal.
Oh, yeah. It's got the pace, dude. Nice birdie.
Great birdie for Nikko. Gavin and Gannon and Brad will tap in their pars. Once again, we're out. We're leaving the open and we're heading in to the belly of the beast. We are onto hole 4, par 4, 441 feet. One of the fairest introductions into the woods of the beast that you could really ever play, in that it just really shows you what it's like to miss the fairway if you are so unfortunate to do that. Got to keep a drive moving left, mid-range, or putter. Could even be a forehand anhyzer. I don't know if anyone on the card will be using that play. And once you execute a good tee shot, it's just a short putter into this green with a slope behind the basket to the water, but such a technical tee shot, so important to keep it in the fairway.
Looks like Nico's going with that overstable fairway driver.
That's good.
I like this play.
skips a bit too much. And
Yeah, I don't mind that because you get in there and with a sidearm you can kind of just stretch out and still have like a pretty open look at the pin.
And we did see Nikko really working hard on that forehand play last year. So he might be going with that on the next shot. Gavin going a bit straighter. If he gets on the other side of the big pine, that's not a pine tree, that's an oak. But he's on the other side of it, and that's fine. It's going to be a little bit of a step out from there to try to get his second shot around to the green. And I really like this from Brad. This is going to get very little skip, just forward straight skip. And that's exactly how you do it. That tree in the fairway that Brad's disc is by is kind of the indication of the A+ tee shots.
I just like how his disc lands soft and then
Every time.
like look, it was like just kind of on a little vacation. Looked at the woods on the left as it drove by and was like, I'm just gonna park right here.
Oh wow.
Good kick.
Big tree. Yep. Looked a tad flat.
Like you said, Nikko, the lean out forehand.
You can see you have all these little tiny like blackberry bush vines everywhere and stickery. This is doable. You can see that this is a great camera angle because it shows you like.
Oh wow.
He misses. He catches that on the right.
Yep.
But there's that fit through there.
Yeah, it's so hard to say. It looks like it would, but once you put yourself in his position, I mean, from our practice round, you thought that I was just being dramatic, but as soon as you got in there, you realize 1 or 2 inches left or forward or back, it makes all the difference.
Ooh, that was a good pop. Did you catch the root?
And that is a very makeable long putt for Gavin. Gannon.
A little too far left, yeah.
Didn't quite commit to that hard turn.
You really got to show the bottom of the plate to that left side fairway in order to get it to kind of air bounce around that corner. It's a very difficult shot to throw.
Brad going left side gap to perfection.
Thanks. I missed it. Missed the knobby root. Thank you. Appreciate it.
He's worried about roots because he knows his
he's
disc
so
is just
dialed
going to land.
So dialed in.
I'm worried about all the trees.
Yep. He's not worried about the tree. He's worried about the ground play. Next level. It's good stuff.
Nice wrist control. Nice shot.
Good pace. Good accuracy.
Now he can get frisky here if he wanted to.
Yeah. That's not the best place to get too frisky with the Brazos right behind the basket, but there was a little frisk to that.
Yeah, he had the little tongue out. He was feeling frisky.
Yeah. Still maintaining. Actually, even.
Sit down.
Perfect.
Say he hasn't widened his lead, but he's maintained that 2-shot advantage over Nikko. That would have been a really good birdie for Gannon after being slightly out of position off the tee.
Nice
Nikko for par.
I like how Gannon goes through his routine every time.
You know who else does that? Kale LaVisca. Even if he has like a putt from about Gavin's length here, he never rushes it. And that's such an important thing to lock down that routine. So every single putt, 20 feet, 30 feet, 40 feet, it's all the same. It's definitely good to see that from a 15-year-old trying to make it.
15-year-old.
Yeah, I mean, that's signs of maturity. Hole 5, par 3, 64 feet, up 2 different planes. Most players are going to go with a mid-range and try to drive it into this hillside. Just hit somewhere 3/4 of the way up that final hill and just scoot past these 3 guardian trees and leave yourself a short birdie putt.
This really is great.
Brad just going to try to, yeah, 3/4 of the way up, scoot up to the top of the hill. It's pretty much how you draw it up. I'd like to get maybe another 10 feet to just have a tap in, but that's quite makeable.
No, anybody would take that, you know. That's
Yeah.
just like, yeah, I'll deal every time.
Oof.
Skip.
And
Yeah,
he's
how bad that
getting,
throw
I wouldn't say 100 feet, but that was every bit that you could possibly get from
Yeah.
that low in the hill.
Yeah, he's loving that. That was great ground play. This needs to hurry.
Right.
And that's a common miss, that left to right swinging shot that instead of just throwing straight, a lot of players will try to match the line of the fairway here, and it can get them into some trouble.
Oh, he slowed down again. God, stop slowing down. Finish your swing, come on.
He's not even saying it to Gannon. He's just
Rooting for
noticing it. Yeah, I just
rooting for him. I like that.
He's totally rooting for him, and it's, you know, I wouldn't be the least bit surprised if after the round Bradley sits down with Gannon and talks to him about the things that he saw.
Oh boy.
This can be problematic. Pitch through there. Oh yes, and using the ground to slow the disc down. I really like that there, to really commit to the shot, throw full speed.
Nice.
Ego off left. Oh yeah, that made it closer than it looked like off that initial angle. Great birdie for Brad.
Get the nose up just a tad.
Hey Danny, I think this color might actually look better.
Okay.
And actually,
Our warehouse manager Dylan is on vacation this week, so we decided to bring Heather in to keep things running at a high level. She's already had a huge impact on our crew, and overall, they've embraced the changes surprisingly well. We're really happy with how Heather is doing in this new leadership role.
we can't send that. Use this one.
Oh, yeah. It's in the notes.
The whole Young family, they are a wonderful, delightful bunch of people, and each one of the daughters has their own color. Heather took purple, and the purple craze is just follows her everywhere. It's good stuff. All 6 is a par 3, 267 feet. This is a Anheuser putter shot, maybe even a mid-range for most of these guys, or just a forehand with a mid-range, maybe a fairway driver. Just want to get over that hill and just let the disc just kind of nestle its way down.
Playing catch the basket. Should have get an Annie skip any minute now, maybe.
Yeah, that's pretty much,
That was all right.
should be good enough.
Wow, how did he know everything about it?
He's like a flight technician doctor guy. He is
Nice
all
throw, man.
over.
Nice, Nikko. Great shot.
Great pace. Great accuracy. Once again.
Oh, he slowed down too.
Old generation meet new generation. Fire rocket right down there.
Yeah.
These guys are slow pace. Annie through the gap, soft. Oh, here it should skip any minute. These guys are like,
No kidding. I mean, here you go. Here's example
just
2.
hit the gap and get down there. Give me a look.
Yeah.
Let's go.
We got
dude.
the yin
Nice,
and the
dude.
yang,
Go in.
the old and the new.
No, if that gets the skip,
Oh,
it's in.
it just never caught the ground. It may have hit a bush not too deep in the woods. He might have a good look for the birdie.
Yeah, that's gonna be tough in there. It's a nothing but a low ceiling. He's gonna have to. We haven't seen a lot of his putting stroke. It looked like it has pace, but here he is at the knee, and if he can, he's just gonna have to use that long, lanky arm and extend.
That was a
Good
good
try.
effort.
Had plenty of pace. So
Yeah.
we know he's got that going for him at least.
These baskets like
Oh, I yanked it.
Oh, man. Genuine reaction of disgust and happiness simultaneously.
Relax and push it. Nice putt. Just like that.
Just-
Putt like that.
It's such a great honor to have Bradley Williams in the booth with us today. Nikko tapping
Good birdie,
in.
Nikko.
The birdie after that beautiful turnover drive really makes him such a threat in the
I yanked
woods.
on my hand. Well, I don't want to do that.
Nikko is such a threat in these woods when a lot of shots look like they're left to right shapes. And he can hold that angle, and he can also go the flex shot. So, man, when we get in the woods, it is always a pleasure to watch Nikko do his thing.
Yeah, great angle control, speed control,
Yeah.
overstable, understable.
Mm-hmm. And him and Brad are off to 3 under starts. We're on to hole 7, par 4, 429 feet. This hole has slight eagle feel to it. You can get a drive down into that ball there with a really tight line flip up backhand or a turnover forehand, but most of these guys are probably just going to try to pitch a mid-range out the gap, maybe even a putter, and just throw one across the gully.
Nice.
And this one's pulled
He
right.
needs help, and he gets it.
Yeah, and
Yeah, that was
that's
good.
right there in birdie
Like
territory.
I knew I was going to yank it, and I still threw it.
Just like that's the story of my professional disc golf life.
Good shot.
There's so many times when you see me back off a tee shot, it's because I had the exact thought that he was having. I'm gonna yank it.
I have it every time I swing,
Oh,
so
yeah.
I just aim way left and then yank it right down the
Why?
fairway.
It's called a controlled grip lock, folks.
Good throw,
Made
though.
a career out of it.
You sure have. Gavin with a nice tee shot. That's gonna be left side of the fairway, but pretty open.
I wanted to see Gannon go for the sidearm. I heard that he's got some distance with
Oh,
it.
yeah. Nice shot.
Nice and smooth, good control. My gosh, that got down there quick, and he barely turned on that.
Stand still. I'm about 250.
Dude,
Two
that branch did not help.
He didn't help, and it never really looked that great out of his hand, but see where that funnels its way down to. If that gets down to the ball, he could have like a 50-foot look for the birdie.
That was awkward. Yeah, that was awkward.
This is a low ceiling shot, but Gavin keeps it underneath those limbs. That was a beautiful turnover approach.
Good touch. Landed soft, didn't move once it landed.
Yeah, you're going to really see that ceiling once again, and a really nice shot. Both of these guys, Gannon and Gavin, able to throw the turnover forehand through the gap unaffected by any of the limbs. Very technical shot from over there.
Looked like he kind of gave that a little bit.
Mhm.
Nikko at the very bottom. This is a tough putt. He's really going to have to extend.
Oh, he's got the pop.
Oh,
Good bid, Nick.
yeah. Off high right side.
Good birdie.
I think he's going to be 9 foot tall.
There you go.
That's my prediction.
Yeah, sure. I mean, if he grows the amount that he's grown from birth until he's 30, just double his age, he's going to be
15 feet tall.
12 and a half feet tall.
Low.
So great birdies by the 5-letter first name. Oh, Gannon has 6 letters in his first name. I was going to say that they both have the GN. You know what? Hole 8, par 3, 215 feet. This is the most technical hole on the course, but it's also the shortest hole. Players are going to want to throw probably a putter, high power to throw it low so it gets the skip and slide, just to make sure that they can commit to their shot 100%. Brad will probably just throw the softest nose up little putter shot you've ever seen in your entire life, and he's going to slide it up to the basket. But This shot does require an interesting amount of commitment to power. It seems to be a very difficult little short
Good
hole.
shot. Good follow through. Yes, dude.
That was really nice touch, but
Nice
my
swing.
goodness, thank gosh that thing caught it. That was going to travel another 50 feet, it looked like. Oh, wow.
What, perfect?
I just can't believe that you could use that far of a
close to
left
being good.
side and not hit anything. That he used so much more of the fairway than I thought was
Yes,
even
dude.
available.
Be good. Be good. Dang. That was a good swing, Nikko.
Wow.
Hit a tree, went left. Now he's got to scramble.
Nice shot. Sit. Nice shot, Nikko.
Good layup.
Tough little putt here. Full extension is going to be required to make this. And he did not fully extend. You could see him kind of
Yeah.
like give up on it almost halfway through his stroke.
There's a point in that putt where you have to make a decision. If you're going to go for this, you cannot even think about what the consequences
Nice.
are
Good
for
birdie.
missing. And once you start taking those consequences into consideration, that's when you
Actually
see
threw
the
a good one.
yips, the little awkward pull that you get at the last bit of the swing that causes a miss.
Gannon's picking up a stroke on the card here.
Not from Brad.
Yeah, just
Brad's-
reset it.
Brad is playing clean right now.
Oh, yeah, Brad did park it. You forget about his perfect shots.
Yeah, I mean, I already called it before he did it. I knew he was just going to throw a little putter shot perfect, but I didn't think he was going to do it the way he did it.
He, like, just eats little holes like this for breakfast.
He really does. I mean, it's why he's such a. I mean, he's got
Breakfast
hundreds
eater.
of wins. I mean, he's crazy. Such a breakfast eater.
Yeah.
Hole 9, par 4, 519 feet. Players are going to want to throw most likely down this side of the fairway with a fairway driver, maybe a mid-range if they really power it, but probably a fairway driver because it is a low ceiling right off the tee. The best shots, and really the only shots that are going to give anyone a look at the birdie, are going to get all the way down to this landing zone, and then it's just a pitch Anheuser, maybe a forehand of some type to get up here onto the green.
This hole's brutal.
This is incredibly brutal. This is somehow only the 4th hardest hole on the course at a 4.56 average. Over a half stroke above par, 4th hardest hole.
You're too tall.
There was a little
You stay in the middle a little bit.
yank job there from Gannon. Catches that guardian tree there on the right that a lot of people hit and just kind of swipe straight
Wow, you
down
actually-
because it's such a low ceiling.
Threw it pretty well.
Look at this.
Okay.
Okay.
That is
Appreciate it.
absolutely passing the test.
He says appreciate it. Yeah, appreciate it.
Yeah.
That's the best shot I've ever seen on the hole.
Yeah,
What the
it
heck?
doesn't get any better than that.
Let's go, dude.
Gavin turning it
Is it
a
hooking
bit
up?
more than Brad. And
Oh,
my
ruined.
goodness.
Good-
Once you
good
get
swing.
all the way there, you're going to hit that thing?
You're just ruined.
Oh, because if it doesn't connect on that bush, that's going into the gap.
Yeah, ruined.
Oh, I wonder if he can even see that from the tee.
He's ruined.
Man,
Yeah, Nikko earned that, though.
getting robbed.
Hitting something that he could see, and that'll be scramble mode for Nikko. Speaking of scramble mode, way back on the fairway.
That was actually pretty close to being perfect.
Oh, wow. And now it is in a even worse spot, probably. Yeah, he's just going to have to pitch out to get back to the fairway. This is looking like a big numbers coming up for Gannon.
I know this play. Now go over the top of this.
Yeah,
Just kidding, don't do that. Very overstable putter. He's going to put that away for a very overstable driver.
If you don't catch the reference of
Good
what
shot,
Paul
dude.
just said, go watch our practice round from Waco.
Just a little spicy.
Paul finds a new way of playing hole 9 that no one's ever seen before. Nikko after that right side fairway, left side fairway kick. Now having to go lean out as far as he can stretch sidearm. This isn't the worst place. He should be able to get to a pretty
Nice shot,
manageable
Nikko.
approach. Yep.
Yeah, Nikko.
Very
Good
well
face.
done. What an awkward lie. And wow.
Nice.
That's a creative
ready
way
to
of
go
throwing.
every
I don't
time.
know if I've ever seen the bush straddle.
Ready to go.
Me neither. That was nice. This is a tough one right here because if you go putter, it's hard to hit the gap. You go driver, you're going to get a lot of
Oh.
action coming into this green just like this.
Yeah,
And you go deep
my bad.
and
Yep.
little tough
Should've
putt.
gone mid.
And there are a ton of briars back there. Not only that, his stance is going to be awkward with all the different limbs and bush and vines in the way. And taking that drive, and
Get in. Get in. Get in. Go, go.
don't know if he's taking birdie out of the equation, but he's going to have to earn it on the green. Nikko showing off that scramble skills. That's a nice back-to-back forehands.
Yeah. Good check.
Beautiful. That's good. That's a lot of scramble shots from Gannon, but he's going to get off the hole with a
Get it.
solid scramble job.
Oh,
Wow, what a putt.
And you just don't see birdies that aren't in perfect position off the tee. But Gavin has done it with a huge 58-foot putt uphill. That was fantastic.
And this is really tough because he has this branch kind of hanging out right where the swing comes down, tendencies to pull. Let's see if he can finish this stroke. Buckets,
Wow.
straight buckets.
That was
Bradley Bain Williams.
pushed it. Kept your balance. Solid. Thank you.
Gives himself a nice little grade himself.
Yeah, I mean, he earned it. So that will be a double bogey 6
I'd say he's strong.
for Gannon, rounding out the front 9. And even though that wasn't necessarily his best stuff, he's shot even par on the front, and that was playing incredibly difficult. It always does. Even though you don't feel the wind out here, it's just moving, it's out there. Gavin holding on to that lead still by 1 stroke over Bradley, who played just a flawless front 9, essentially. Nikko Locastro still right there, and Ricky making a jump up. We've also got Kale LaVisca shooting 6 down the front 9, and a slew of other guys. It's very tight. It's anyone's ball game. We are officially halfway through the 2021 Waco Annual Charity Open. Thanks as always to our Founders Club. You guys, we can't tell you enough how important you guys are to this broadcast and the production. Thank you, thank you, thank you. If you aren't a part of the Founders Club, please check it out. Become a Patreon subscriber and supporter. Paul Ulibarri, Jeremy Koling. We'll see you guys in the back 9.